Hi everyone, so today we are going to do our first video lesson on complementary and supplementary angles. So as you can see here on the screen, you can see me in the corner and you can see my slideshow. And so you should be able to follow along while we work through our learning intentions, which are today we're going to understand what complementary and supplementary angles are, identify the relationships between angle pairs, and solve some problems involving the missing angles. So, if we have a look here with our launch activity, what do you notice? Do you notice that one of the angles is 54 degrees? We've got two angles here. We have got angle ABC and we've got angle CBD. Now hopefully you can also notice that we have a right angle. So these two angles are sharing an arm. We've got one angle here, one angle here. The total is going to be 90 degrees. We've been told that this angle is 54 degrees. What could the missing angle be? How can we find out? And how will you know? So, to start off with, we've got a couple of definitions. Complementary angles are two angles that add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary angles are two angles that add up to 180 degrees. So here we have a couple of examples. Find my one, and then I might flick to my camera so that you guys can see that when I've got two angles, in this case AOC, angle AOC is 30 degrees. We can also see that angle CO, this should be a D, COD is 60 degrees. Now we can also tell that 30 plus 60 adds up to give me 90. So this full angle here is 90 degrees, a right angle. These two angles are complementary. In this picture, I have angle ACB1, angle ACB1, and it is 80 degrees, and I have angle B1 CD, and it is 100 degrees. Altogether, 100 plus 80 gives me 180, which is a straight line. These two angles are supplementary. Go back to my PowerPoint. We have a little memory trick to remind us. So if you're trying to remember which one's which, complementary and supplementary, complementary starts with a C. C for corner. Corners are usually 90 degrees. So the corner of the desk, the corner of the door, the corner of the window, usually 90 degrees. So C for corner, C for complementary. S for supplementary, straight line. S for straight line. So if two angles are supplementary, then they're going to form a straight line and they're going to add up to 180 degrees. Now just so you do know as well, we can have more than two angles. We might have three. We're going to work with two today, but you might find some questions that have got more than 2 angles. So you can have 3 angles that add up to 90 degrees and they would be considered to be complementary. If we had 4 angles that add up to 180 degrees, they would be considered to be supplementary. Okay, we've got a question to work through together. I'm going to move back to my paper. Okay, so this question is asking me to find the missing angle. Okay, so they might sometimes ask you to find X, or they might ask you to find angle BCD, and they'll tell you that these 2 angles are complementary. If they're complementary, we know that when we add them together, they're going to give me 90 degrees. So that means that my angle 27 degrees plus this angle X, or it could have been angle BCD, is going to give me 90 degrees. So I also know if I'm going to rearrange this, if I've got 2 parts that add up to give me the whole, then I can have the whole take away one of the parts to find the other part. So in this case, we've got 90 degrees take away 27 degrees is going to tell me what the value of X is in this case. So for this one, we have 90 and we take away 27. X is going to be 63 degrees. And we can check that. We can consider 63, if this is 63 degrees and I add that to 27 degrees, do I get 90? Yes, I do. So I can tell when I'm right and when I'm wrong. Okay, our next question, very similar. This time we're being asked for angle DBC. So angle DBC is our unknown. Okay, in here we've been told they're supplementary. So in this case it means that angle 132 degrees plus angle DBC is going to give me 180 degrees. So now I need to be able to, again, 2 parts adding to give my whole. The whole subtract one of the parts is going to give me the other part. So 180 degrees subtract 132 degrees is going to give me angle DBC, which in this case, angle DBC is 48 degrees. So your turn to have a go. So your switch off or pause the video and have a go at what is the complement of 42 degrees. What's the supplement of 115 degrees? What's the complement of 35 degrees? And what's the supplement of 75 degrees? And the last question, is 45 degrees and 45 degrees complementary or supplementary? So pause the video now and have a go. Okay, if you've had a go at those questions, here are the answers. So the complement of 42 degrees is 48 degrees. The supplement of 115 degrees is 65 degrees. The complement of 35 degrees is 55 degrees. And the supplement of 75 degrees is 105 degrees. And 45 degrees together are complementary as they add up to 90 degrees. So let's summarize. Complementary, corner, they add up to 90 degrees. Supplementary, straight line, they add up to 180 degrees. And you can find the missing angles by subtracting what you know the angle that you know from either 90 or 180 degrees, depending on whether they're complementary or supplementary. Okay, now it's your turn to have a go at the must-do activity, which is a matching angles activity. Okay, thanks.